Hello, dear market participants. A very good evening and a warm welcome to all of you to the introductory information seminar on modern algos. It's marvelous to have all of you here this evening. So good of all of you to join in, and thank you for your patience while we wait for everyone to join in. We really appreciate it. My name is 𝗘𝗚𝗎𝗿𝗍𝗔𝗍, in case you all are wondering, and I head the communication for Modern Algos Enterprises. I'm also joined today by none other than Mr. 𝗠ecie𝗱𝗲𝗿𝗍, the founder and brains behind the Modern Algos platform. To tell you a little bit about him, he holds an MS in finance, a CFA from 𝗘𝐴 and CMT from MTA. Dear participants, please help me welcome Mr. 𝗠cie𝗱𝗱𝗿𝗍 with a warm round of applause. You can send us claps in the chat since we are doing this virtually. Thank you, really appreciate it. Additionally, I'd also like to take this opportunity to extend our sincere gratitude to B.N.Rathi Securities for collaborating with us to present to their clients. This truly demonstrates your belief in the platform and gives us the much needed impetus to enter into the market with effective and strong collaborations and partnerships like this. We immensely appreciate it. Thank you. The claps are coming in. Thank you so much. You all are a lovely audience. So dear participants, now let us together explore the Modern Algos platform. Before we begin, I'd love to tell you a little bit about the platform so that we have some context. Modern Algos is the one-stop advisory platform to make informed decisions for all your investment and trading needs to help maximize returns. That's the key word here. The important and interesting thing is that the platform does not discriminate for even a beginner or an advanced, experienced trader. It works without bias and is driven entirely by algorithm-based system intelligence. Interesting, right? The best part is that all of these features come together on a single platform and screen called Modern Algos. Sounds exciting? Great. So let's begin. In this session, we will be covering the platform in brief. And for each section and feature, we will have more webinars at a later date that will take you through each section and feature in detail. In today's webinar, we will look at a brief overview of the functionalities and the opportunities that the Modern Algos platform will afford investors and traders. So our total meeting duration today is for 1 hour. And in this time frame, our endeavor is going to be to make this introductory webinar focus on two parts. The first part is the investor section, and the second will focus on the trader section. After each section, we've organized it in such a way that we will have a 10-minute question and answer pertaining to that section for 10 minutes after each section. On this note, I'd like to now invite 𝗠cie𝗱𝗍𝗿𝗍 to take over and show us the potential and impact of the Modern Algos platform. 𝗠cie𝗱𝗍𝗍𝗿, over to you, please. The floor is all yours. Take it away.
Thank you very much, 𝗘𝗚𝗎𝗍.
You're welcome.
Thanks for your energy, man.
Always. I'm excited about Modern Algos, and it shows.
So let us just start with the create an account section first, like how you can create an account when you come to Modern Algos. It's very simple. Click on the BNR icon and you will simply have to enter your BNR client credentials. So once you enter your client credentials, you'll come to the product page where you would see 3 different sections, one for investor, one for trader, and one for options. So firstly, we would cover the investor section. Before I dive into this category, I would like to inform 2 critical parts here. Number 1, that all the baskets, all the investor sections and products are created through algorithms. There is no human intervention There is no research team who's sitting behind it and deciding on the various baskets, portfolios, etc. So that is one thing. Second thing, the review process, which is very, very critical when you talk about the basket creation or the portfolio creation. How often do you review your portfolios? So at Modern Algos, we review on day-to-day basis. Once we get the BHAV copy, all the stocks will be reviewed which are there in the baskets or in the portfolios. And if there is any change in the portfolios, a switch message would be sent to the clients. And further, once we dive into the equity baskets, we cover those sections one by one. I'll also talk about the rebalancing and how you can always be adjusted to the performing stocks that we would like to see now. So let's say in equity baskets, we have 6 different model portfolios and 7 theme portfolios. So a client who wants to invest into a large cap, or a client who wants to create a portfolio with large and mid cap mixture. So based on the different objective, we will create a basket for him, and that is readily available on this platform. So if you want to invest in blue chip stocks, you can simply click on blue chip baskets, and then you can start the journey. Before I go into that, I would like to show the different themes what we have. So there are 7 themes which we have, which is readily available for you. And these themes are pretty much covering all the different sectors, which are like the largest sector in the capital market. So all of those sectors are covered in the thematic baskets. So let us just take an example how this entire platform would work, even if you want to create your basket or if you want to invest not in a stock, in a portfolio. So simply we'll take an example of, let's say, MA dividend on basket. So when you come on this page, you will have one page report where you can see easily like it is suitable for which set of clients, what are the different benefits, what is the CAGR in a year, and what is the minimum investment requirement for this basket to be executed in the live market. So all of these details you can see very well here. We are also showing the performance ratios, which you can easily see that the beta of the portfolio, standard deviation, etc. Now, let's say you have gone through this detail, you would see the performance pretty much listed here for 6 months, 1 year, and 2 years. And this portfolio went live on 21st of July 2020. And after that, whatever you see here is the live performance. So once you see this, you want to dive into the stock list, you'll have to simply click on the stock weightages at the bottom of the page, and then you'll see the different stocks which are part of this portfolio with their allocation percentage, amount to be invested, number of shares, everything you can see. And to get a confidence whether the stocks which are coming into the portfolio, are they performing in the market or not? For that, we have created 2 different options. Number one, you can go to peer comparison. You can easily see that we have categorized that the green meaning our selection of the portfolio is the leader in the market. So you can see in each sector, if you go to IT, we have Persistent, Mindtree, and LTI in this portfolio, and all 3 are leading in the IT software in terms of percentage returns. So this is for your confidence that you can see that, okay, if this stock is a part of the portfolio, how is performing in the market vis-a-vis different companies in the same sector. So this you can easily compare from here on a single page. And then we have also created a proprietary model, which is RSG, relative strength graph. So normally what happens when you talk about any stock, it is important not to just see the price returns. It is also important to see how it is performing relatively compared to the benchmark. At the same time, how it is performing with the benchmark speed. So speed and distance both are very important to select a performing stock so that you will be able to generate excess return to the market returns. So if you see here, the green here, it shows the leading quadrant, meaning 80% of the stocks which are part of this portfolio are leading in the sector. So if you are invested into leading stocks, definitely your portfolio is going to get you more returns compared to the market returns. Having said all of this, you can also see the large cap, mid cap percentage allocation in this portfolio, and the top stock holding sector-wise weightage. let's say once you are done with the going through all the details and you want to directly trade this basket into the market. So you only have to click on this execute basket button. So since the market is closed, I won't be able to take you with the entire flow, but in the live market, if you do this, your client ID and B.N.Rathi Securities broker name will populate, and then you simply have to click on the confirm. And if you have sufficient margin with B.N.Rathi, and then your trades will be done. Once your trades are done, you like to have a tracking of the same, right? So for that, you don't need to go to a different portal. You can simply come to equity dashboard. Here, once you trade a basket into live market, we will have a single page report where all of your live baskets can be seen here. So let's say if you have created multiple baskets, all will be listed here, and we are giving an all option where you can see everything at a time. So this is a pretty much simple report which you can go through. And then we have uh, different options here for your rebalancing and protections. So by default, if you uh, take any basket of modern algos, by default 3 months date would be set for the rebalancing date. So let's say on 11th of October is your rebalancing date for these portfolios. On 10th of October, you will get a detailed mail with what is going to happen with your portfolio, which stocks are going to be sold and what new stocks are going to be entered into. And on that day, just near to add portfolio button, you will see a rebalance button. Once you have to click on that, and then you have to confirm your orders through B.N.Rathi, and your portfolio will be rebalanced. And if you do not want to rebalance in 3 months, then you have an option to modify to 6 months or 1 year as well, which you can simply go here, select and submit. Then that particular variable will be updated at our end, and we will track for 6 months and 1 year as per your selection. Other thing what we have here, which is very important when you have an investment to the market, that you have to protect your investment. So we have given three different options. One is liquidate when the entire portfolio is negative 15% or 200 DEMA, or you can hedge against options. So all of these three options you can save. If you click on hedge against options, then a detailed mail would come to you with what are the steps and when you are required to do a hedging against options. So these things will save you when the market goes against you, and it will protect you from your uh, negative returns into the market. Other thing, there is no lock-in period here. Whenever you want, you can enter into a portfolio. Whenever you want, you can exit from a portfolio by just clicking on book profit option. Once you click on book profit option, a sell orders will open in front of you, and you have to simply click on those orders and your portfolio will be booked. Other options what we have, like let's say you want to track a portfolio for a week or 10 days as per your convenience before you want to trade with before you want to trade in the live market. So simply you can save a portfolio. Once you save the portfolio, you can track the portfolio from this page, and let's say once you get satisfied, then you can simply go down, you have an execute trade button, and you can trade with your broker. And let's say you already have existing holding with B.N.Rathi Securities, and you have also created a live portfolio from Modern Algos, and you want to track everything at one go. So here you can add your existing holding, which you have with B.N.Rathi, and then you can track everything at a single page. So this is about how you can take a readily available portfolio, which is generated through the algorithms, and then how you can track it. The other portion, like for an investor who wants to invest, let's say 20 lakh rupees into market through different baskets. So then he'll have to come to Modern Algos, he'll have various options, and he will not have an answer that how do I pick and which one I should pick. For that, we have created an option. We have created an option called create an algo portfolio, where you have to just simply enter few key details. So once you enter those details, it will ask you for the time horizon, and everything is pretty much configured on the investment time horizon only on this particular feature. So let's say you say my time horizon would be between 6 months to 1 year. Click here. Excuse me. It'll show you that which baskets you should be investing into through modern algos, and what should be the diversification, what is the minimum investment required, that is 10 lakh rupees here, and what is this algo portfolio return over a period of 1 year, and what is the market return. We are also showing two top performing stocks in these baskets. So once you click on start investment, this entire portfolio will go to my MAE baskets where it will be saved. You can track it from there. And whenever you want to execute, you can go down and execute. So this is a different feature which is not available in the market, where if I compare myself with other portals, so here you are also having a algorithm where you can decide if you want to diversify within the basket. So this is a very, very unique feature and can easily be done in 3 to 4 steps. This is about the equity baskets, how you can create, how you can pick a basket. If you want to pick multiple baskets, what is the different option we have, and then how you can track through our equity dashboard. And in the same way, we have mutual fund and goal-based baskets as well. So it is pretty much objective basis. So you can see like, okay, if you have an objective to do tax planning, or you want to do a contingency planning. So for that, you can simply click on tax planning. You have on a go, we will show 3 different schemes, or whatever the schemes which are qualifying in this algorithm. And then the tenure, 1 year returns, locking period, everything will be displayed on a single page, so that it will be easy for you to take a decision. And once you click on next, यहाँ पे आपके पास 2 ऑप्शन है, either you can do SIP or lump sum. If you want to do SIP, you just don't want to rush in the month of February and March, and you want to create your tax planning over a period of 12 months, you can decide, all right, I want to start a 10,000 SIP for my tax planning. Here in the chart, we would show how your money would be growing in 5 years and 10 years. And we are showing here 14.8% rolling returns. What do we mean by the rolling returns? Is they are not assumed returns. Whatever schemes we are showing in the basket, how they have performed in last 5 years, based on our weightage to these schemes, this return has been computed here. So it is actually the same return what you would have gotten if you have invested 5 years before in these schemes, or 3 years before in these schemes. Now, let's say if you click on see recommended funds, you will see that we have different allocations, a number of units, and the total percentage, what is going to the category weightage, everything is shown here. Once you click on start SIP, currently you would receive a detailed mail on your mail ID, which you can give it to your financial planner or your financial advisor, or to your B.N.Rathi Securities mutual fund wing, and they can just start SIP for you. Sooner we are going to have an online portal which we are going to integrate with modern algos, so that you can have entire process seamless in just 2 to 3 minutes. So this is pretty much simple to understand about the mutual fund. And then we have few calculators which is pretty much available everywhere these days. This particular option would have a goal defined planning for you. Let's say if you want to create a corpus for your vacation planning or for your kids education planning, you can simply click on any of these options, and then you can mention what corpus you require. Let's say you require in 15 years. Click on the calculate, and it will show what are the rolling returns in that particular basket, and what is your monthly minimum investment which you have to start, a kind of I can say EMI which you need to start to generate a 1 crore corpus in 15 years. And once you click on next, it will show the funds which are required to be invested into and their weightages and number of units. And the same way, once you click on start invest, a detailed mail will come to you, which you can simply send it to any of your financial planner or to B.N.Rathi mutual fund wing, and they'll do needful for you. So this is pretty much about the investor section. So I would like to have any questions if you have on the investor section first, and then we'll move to the trader section. Uzefa, are there any questions, man?
Sanjay, thank you so much for taking everybody in detail through the investor section. Dear participants, as you've observed under the investor section, Sanjay has given us a preview of the mutual fund basket, the equity baskets, goal-based basket, right? And you all have sort of understood through this how the platform works in the investor category. Based on everything that you've heard and seen so far, we're open to take questions for the investor section of the platform. Sanjay, there were a few questions and a few raised hands while you were presenting the investor section. I would like to take this opportunity to, just sort of bring those up. And the first question that we had while you were presenting was Nifty will reach 16,600 on August 26th. That's the question. That will Nifty reach 16,600 on August 26th based on what the screen that was being showcased?
Yeah, since I got it, Uzefa, since we were talking about investor section, I would cover this question at the last, and our view on the Nifty and what we see what range Nifty is going to be for August expiry. So definitely we'll cover this question at the last.
Sure, thank you. Also, there were a few participants with their hands raised. I would like for us to allow them to speak and tell us what their doubts are. Can I go ahead?
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. So the first raised hand that we have is from Adi Narayana. Adi, I am unmuting you. Request you to tell us what's on your mind. Thank you. Adi, you're unmuted. If you'd like to go ahead and ask us your question, we're happy to take it now.
I think you can move to the next question.
I'll move to the next one. Our next raised hand is from Prabhakaran K. Prabhakaran, I'm also giving you here the permission to talk, so you can tell us what's on your mind, and we're happy to take your question. Okay. I think we are not getting a response at this point from either Adi or Prabhakaran. So we will, for now, just move on to the trader section of the platform. Thank you all so much. And we're now moving on to the trader section of the platform. Sanjay,
all right. Yeah, thank you, Uzefa.
You're welcome.
All right, in the trader section, what we have, divided in two different categories, one for option specific and one for your equity and future segment. So first, I would just run through the different options what we have, and then I'll try to explain that in a very brief manner, that how you can use a particular feature, what is there, and how you can apply that feature to equity and options as well, and how you can create a strategy using those options. So first thing we have, which is pretty much simple for everyone, that you have intraday picks for all of these segments. So if you like to have intraday picks in index, or let's say equity or futures, options. So once A signal is generated using our sentiment and technical analysis. And for the money management, we use the quant techniques. So once a signal is generated, it will be listed here automatically. Let's say once you register through Modern Algos, you'll have a free trial period. And in that period, if you like to explore the trading functionality, you are welcome to do that. Or if you want to do a paper trade and want to see how the trades are generated and whether they are reliable in terms of execution and in terms of the breakouts, which you can simply look at these options and you can analyze yourself. And then for the trading functionality, we have given two different options here. One, you can do a manual trade. If you want to execute this trade, you have to simply click on trade. You can enter the price, you can modify the price. If you want to trade in positional feature, you can simply change from MIS to an RML. It's up to you. And then you can place the order. But let's say if you're not in front of the screen, but you want all the signals to be traded in your account, then how would that be done? For that, we have given this option, trade all signals, which you can simply click in the morning before the market starts, and the system would take care of all your trading through these options directly to the market. But one thing is very important, all the orders will be sent at limit price. We will not be sending any order at market price. So if we are not able to get uh, your position at the limit price, then your order will be pending. And for the modification, what we have given, once you send all your orders and you want to check the status, whether the order is traded, whether it's in pending status, if it is traded, what is my net position, what is my net PL. For that, you will simply have to click on trader dashboard. Once you click here, you have three different options: order book, net positions, and auto strategy. Auto strategy I would cover when we move to the option section. But for the order book, you can simply click here. If you have any orders pending, any completed will be listed here, and net positions will be listed here. So we have divided into two segments: equity futures in one segment and options in other segment, so that when you want to track option strategies which may have multiple legs, the screens would not confuse you and you'll be able to see everything very neat and clean. In options also, what we are doing, we are listing at strategy level. So entire PL would be running at the strategy level, which you can create in the free trial. You can see how the tracking is happening yourself. And then each leg PL will also be displayed here. So that I have not included here because I want you guys to take a free trial and see and explore yourself that whether it is meeting the requirement or not. If not, then you can come back to us. We will try to accommodate what we can do at the max. So it is pretty much simple. You have intraday picks which are generated automatically. If you want to trade them automatically, you have to click a button. And for any tracking purpose, you just need to go to trader dashboard where you can track or modify or square off. All of these features will be available on the trader dashboard. And here, normally in the market, you get many scanners, price breakouts, percentage breakouts, but most of the scanners are only informative. You won't be able to do any particular decision making on those scanners. They would give you a detail about the market, but what we have done here is completely different. First thing, what we have done, we have divided market into four different categories. One is breakout, second is momentum. So market either will have a breakout or a stock will have a breakout, or it will continue its existing primary trend, or you can say the momentum, right? And if a particular stock has moved, let's say X percentage, and it is now consolidating, then it will try to go near its mean or its average. So that is a mean reversion. And in few times, what will happen? Let's say if the market is going up very aggressively, then probably the defensive stocks will see a trend reversal. They will not move in tandem with the market. So for that, we have created trend reversal. So basically, in these four segments, in these four categories, you can fit in the entire market. Now, that is okay. how do I get benefited out of it? So for that, I would tell you a simple reason. Let's say we have categorized different market facets in different categories. Now, I'll just go with the example. Let's say Asian Paint. Asian Paint was filtered on 1020, right? So 1020, you have an information that, okay, Asian Paint is seeing a breakout. If you go to any other, and if you go to Momentum, in Momentum, it got filtered. It was updated at 320, but it got filtered at 9:20 in the morning. So since morning, if it is sustaining in the module, it at the end of the day, when we'll do the scanning at last, it was updated at 320. Also, it was a part of bullish breakout and bullish momentum, meaning that Asian Paint is going to have a uptrend in coming days. Now, there are various things what you can do. One, you can buy an equity directly. You can hold the position, and as per our back testing, 86 to 88% of the time, the stocks which come into breakout and momentum and close at 320 in the same directions, normally they tend to have positive or the plus moment in the coming 3 to 4 days, or let's say a week's time. So what we are going to do here, since we have enough live data behind these models, we are going to introduce a feature very soon where you will have the indicative target and indicative stop loss for each of these options. And we will also bring which scanners you can trade immediately. So that particular module is into implementation. Very soon, you will have that in the live. So having said that, one thing you can do equity trading, other thing you can build a future position that, okay, Asian Paint is going to have upside move. So what do I need to do? I at least know the trend, so I can buy a future. Or if you don't want to take more risk, you can simply take a direction input from the scanners, and then you can go to option strategy builder, where let's say you know that direction is going to be on the upside. So either there are two things what you can do here. One, if you think that, okay, direction is upside, but it is not going to break that range, it is going to be between 3100 to let's say 3300 in coming 4 to 5 days or till this expires. So either you go and do a strangle, or if you want to just play a direction play, you'll go for a bull call spread. So I'll just create a spread here. So let's say if I say Asian Paint, so let's say it was filtered in the morning. I don't know the price that time. So simply I will enter, let's say 3100 I'm going to buy, and I want to create a spread. So I'll add one more leg here, and I will sell a higher strike. I'm just taking an example. The selection of the strike is also have a method which we'll be covering when we go to strategy building for options in different seminar in detail. So let's say if I say that, okay, 3100 strike, I'm going to buy, 3300 strike, I'm going to sell. I'm creating a directional play. Here you would see all the Greeks, everything available. If you want, you can change the IV, you can change the volatility here. Let's say if I change the volatility to 30, you would see all entire row is getting updated automatically. If I again input the same volatility, you'll see the same strike price and other data are getting populated automatically. And here we are displaying what is the risk reward in the strategy. So it is showing max profit of 49,590, 10,410 is the max loss, and your breakdown is 3135. And what upfront margin do you require to trade, that we are showing here. I think this option is not there on many of the platforms. And once your strategy is executed in the market, then what with hedge benefit, what investment will be required for your this strategy. And we have given the details here in the informative way, which you can simply go through. And then the most important part, when you create a strategy, you got to be sure that your strikes are in between probably between the two standard deviation plus and minus, so that normally market tries to move between two standard deviation plus and minus. It doesn't go beyond that very often. It may go, but 95.4% of the confidence in the PDF curve, the market would stay in between -2 and +2. What I'm trying to say here in simple words, that when you select your strike, you should ensure that your strike should be within these shaded lines, which you see here in the gray colors, so that you are within the range of a particular stock and you can get benefited uh, by, you can say, time decay or the longevity of your strategy. And at the bottom, you also have a toggle button or a scroll bar with which you can just increase or decrease the expiry days to see how it's going to play on your strike. If you have more expiry days, then what is going to be the risk reward ratio, all of that you can see here. So by that scanner, you got the direction right. Now you created your strategy. Now you want to trade this strategy. For trading, you have two different options. One, you can simply click on place order. The strategy will be populated. The price are getting populated automatically. If you want to modify the price, modify and send to the market. And for the tracking, you can go to trader dashboard again and track your positions from there on. And if you want to do an auto trade, you can simply click on auto trade. Here it is saying that the max premium, what you're going to pay in this strategy is 10,410. If you say that, okay, I don't want to enter into at this level, but I want to, let's say I want to pay the premium of 9,000 rupees, and I would take 4,000 profit and 2,000 rupees as a loss. And once you do this, click on start save. If you do between 9:15 to 3, this strategy would be saved, and it will take you to auto strategy page, which you can view from here. Once you're a strategy trader, you will have various options to track your strategy, to modify, to cancel, to square off. All of those options will be available. For that, you can use the free trial option and create a strategy yourself and check out the options. If there's anything which you like to clarify, please, you can write it to support at Modern Algos. The details are shown at the bottom of each page. So this is how you can create an option strategy by using scanner, or by using scanner, how you can take a positional call in equity side, how you can have a delta hedge against the futures. Those all things you can do. So these all features we have to cover in different webinars, so that we can take a case study. We try to show how it works in live market, what you can create. And for all of that, you don't need to apply your head, because the main objective of Modern Algos is that every retail user or a retail investor should be able to take informed decision through Modern Algos platform. He doesn't need to apply his head. Only he needs to understand what is going on in this platform, whether it is suitable for his risk appetite or it's suitable to his attitude. If everything is fine, he can simply use the platform and do a seamless trading with B.N.Rathi Securities. And other features what we have, I'll quickly cover those features. You can create your alerts. If you're away from the system, simply put your alerts. We have given 5 different options to create an alert, and once your alert is triggered, you'll be notified. And then if you want to trade these alerts, you can trade your alert. You can come here and trade from the alert page itself, alert dashboard. Other things what we have on this platform, I would just simply cover 2 more options here, so that will be within the time. These are the different option scanners where you have readily available butterfly, condor, and directional strategies for you, both in index and in stocks. So let's say a butterfly option was filtered today at 3:10. This is the time when we last scanned this strategy. And then you can see, okay, these are the different strikes. If you want to analyze this, you can simply have to click on analyze button. You will see everything populated here. If you want to do any kind of modification, you can do. And for the trade functionality, again, you have the same process. what I just explained for the strategy building. Now, if you like to see any butterfly um, opportunities were available for stocks, which you can see here. For condor, you can see here. For directionals, we are listing bull and bear spread here. And I would like to spend some time on option chain. Rest everything is scanning, and you have readily available strategy which you can analyze. And then if the strategy is meeting with your risk and reward ratio, you can simply trade in the market. What I'm trying to cover here, I'll try to cover one important aspect, that how option chain can be very useful for an option trader. Let's say we know by looking at this, you'll have to simply figure out whether the Maruti stock is going to be within the range or it is going to have a trending move. For that, you just need to come and check at 10 o'clock or 10:15 or 10:30 once the market has 1 hour session is over, and then you'll be able to see what kind of trend market is going to have. Now, to select a stock, that's also a study which we are going to cover when we cover the option segment. I'm just taking an example. I'm assuming that Maruti had a lot of movement in the option segment in the morning, and based on that, I'm taking the example of Maruti. So what we're displaying here, that only a percentage from the ATM where you have the volume and concentrations, those will only be listed here, so that it will be easy for you to analyze and take an informed decision. If you put all the strikes, you will have to scroll up and down and you will not be able to focus properly. Okay. And at the same time, we are marking here all the IVs, Y percentage change, price percentage change, by which you can easily identify. Let's say, for an example, you see percentage change in the price positive on the call side, and you're seeing negative on the put side. Basically, it indicates that Maruti is going to have a bullish move. Now, the next thing what you need to decide, how you can find out the strike selections. For that, you need to just see what are the percentage changes, where you have the more unwinding. These all features we are going to cover in detail when we talk about options. I'm just saying how you can identify those things from a single page on modern algos, and by which you can decide the support and resistance, and you can create your strategy simply by looking at a page. So that would save a lot of time. If you're able to save a lot of time to analyze your strategy, probably you will be early to enter the market and you will be early out of the market, which is a very, very important thing. If you can nullify market risk to your side, then probably you're going to have more returns compared to others. So here, first thing, direction you can find out by looking at the percentage price change. By looking at OI percentage change, you can find out where the position are getting unwinding. If people are moving out of those options, that means either, suppose if you have 6,800, the highest uh, percentage change in OI to the negative side, that means 6,800 is going to play as a support for you guys. And if on the upper side you see that, okay, 7,100 or 200 is building more positions and the OI is increasing in the percentage to the positive side, then that would going to play as a resistance for you. That would help you to select your strikes, and based on that you can create your strategy. So this is a pretty much simple, but when we talk about options, there are other things which we have to look into it, and it requires a lot of time to cover all of that in a very, very systematic way. So now let's say from this you want to create a strategy, just click here. Suppose if you want to sell this, just click here, and again it will take the same process. You can analyze and you can trade. So everything can be done in 3 clicks. That is what I was trying to say here. And there are 2 other options what we have for the option trader. One, let's say you don't want to break your head. All right, you know what kind of margin you have and you know what kind of strategy you like to trade. So for that, let's say if you are only a directional play guy and you don't want to create a iron fly, or let's say 3 or 4 or 5 leg strategy, simply want to just take 2 leg strategy, a directional play, you can come here. This page will show you strategy automatically depending upon the technical indicators and support resistance breakout, which we have in our backend. So once a strategy is filtered, depending upon the risk and reward criteria, what we have in the backend, it will be listed here. And you can simply take any strategy from here and enter into the market. Let's say today you have 6 strategy, one is profit booked, one is loss booked, and other are showing already entered. What do we mean by already entered? It's very simple, that it is away from the entry price. 1634 was the entry price for LT, and now the prices are away from a entry price. But still, if you want to enter into, we are showing everything here. You can just look at the profit and loss, at what prices we have entered, what is happening in the strategy, and based on that, you can take your decision. Lastly, we have an option, which is, I can simply say that this is an option where we have probably if you want to have a strategy based on your targets or based on the direction what you think the market is going to be, and you want to just check what are the different options for my set targets. Let's say if you think that Nifty is going to touch 16,600 by end of August, then what strategy do I have? So for that, you can simply enter Nifty here and just put that, okay, 16,600 is your target range, and click on submit. It will show you all the available different combinations which are possible for that target set. And then based on your risk reward ratio, based on your investment requirement, you can select the strategy and you can trade into the market on just 2 clicks. This is all about the brief about Modern Algos, what we have to offer to B.N.Rathi Securities clients, and we'll be doing multiple webinars to ensure that each of the sections will be covered in detail, and users should have all the information which is required to use this platform. And Huzaifa, now let's go into the questions if you have any.
Thank you, Sanjay ji, for that in-depth review and preview of the trader section on the Modern Algos platform. Dear participants, thank you all for your time. In case you all have any questions right now, we're happy to take them with regard to the trader section. There's also one question that we have here from Mr. Prabhakaran K. The question, Sanjay ji, is what are the charges for algo trading? That's our first question.
You can simply go and check our subscription page. So we charge 999 for monthly and 9999 for yearly, and there is no other charges which are applicable here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. There are a few raised hands that we had. I would like to take this opportunity to, so we have a raised hand from Mr. Tirumala BNR. Mr. Tirumala, I'm going to give you the permission to actually ask us your question here live. If you're here right now, you're able now to ask us your question. So please go ahead. All right. We're not getting a response right now from Mr. Tirumala. We have a question in chat from Jay Krishna. We can directly place order in Bank Nifty.
Yes, you can do it. So in what context you're asking? Like you want to have a single leg option strategy, or just want to push Bank Nifty future trade, or what do you need to do?
Jay Krishna ji, can you please elaborate? Okay.
Single leg, yes, you can simply go to option strategy builder. You can just select your strike price, and then single leg can also be sent to the market.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. We have a raised hand from Monica ji. Monica ji, you can please go ahead and send us your question in chat. Okay, she is put her hand back down. I think her query is cleared.
All
Do
right.
we have
So before
any
we
other?
go to, yeah, if any other
Oh,
questions
okay.
come, we will go through it. And there was a question about the market overview, right?
Right.
Like whether the market is going to have 16,600 by end of this expiry. So what we
Right.
think at Modern Algos, that market is into a consolidation phase on the upper side, right? So whenever we see a down, we are seeing a lot of buying happening at the important support levels. So definitely market is going to have a very huge support at 16,240. And the way the market has reacted in last 1 week, there is no reason to see that market is not going to touch 16,600 or 800. We cannot say that it will touch by end of August, but definitely in the coming days, market is going to move up. Because anyways, if you see from any angle, even if you analyze through the wave principle, the market has not yet topped. The immediate mark was 16,450 to 500, where market has gone up, it sustains, and then we had a little bit of correction depending upon other scenarios. And today we had a very choppy session, but every time any low was bought into. So the clear indication that a lot of buying is happening at the lows or at the support levels. So we can easily expect that market is going to 16,006, not just 16,600. Our target that market should touch 17,400 at least in next 20 to 35 sessions. Either it will take a month or it may take 2 months. So that is the immediate target what we are looking at. The one question we have, that in the strategy builder, once we have placed an order, can we change it in the middle before the target is hit? Very good questions. We are working on various options where you can manage your each leg on the profit and on the loss both side. So right now, whatever we do at Modern Algos is on the strategy basis, not on a leg basis. But that feature is going to come very soon, where if you have, let's say, if you have created a straddle and if you want to put a certain percentage of profit and loss restrictions on each leg, we'll give you those options very soon.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. We have another question from 𝗘𝗚𝚗𝗍. The question is that is trailing stop loss works? Does trailing stop loss work?
Continue. Yes, the trailing stop loss. Just give me a minute.
Sure.
See, trailing stop loss. Now it depends on various things. What kind of trader you are? Are you having a position which is far from your entry point, or let's say you have a position and you are already having a profit of 6 to 7% in that position, and you see that you want to play with the market momentum if it is moving in your way. Let's say I'll give an example. I bought into Hindustan Unilever day before yesterday. All right, because that Hindustan Unilever got filtered into our scanners and it had met all the conditions that Hindustan Unilever is going to move up. And I normally liquidate when I get 5 to 6% in scanner, and that is what I keep a target percentage. So today again, Hindustan Unilever is continuing the trend. So now what I do, I have a 6% of profit in my pocket. So I'll try to trail my position in order to get maximum profits. At the same time, if you are very near to your entry point, then I wouldn't recommend for the trailing stop loss. There you should have a strict stop loss and you should not trail very fast. Trailing should happen only when you have probably you can say sufficient or percentage returns already in your pocket. Is there any question, Josefa?
Yes, thank you, Sanjay ji. The next question we have from Jagannathan ji. His question is there any further demo training available?
Yes, you can go to tutorial videos, which there's a link on the homepage where you have 10 videos. Probably it would not take more than 25 to 30 minutes to understand. and then this webinar also we are going to upload on YouTube. But then if you have any specific question or if you like to talk to us, you can simply write us to support@modernalgos.com and we'll be happy to answer your questions.
Thank you, Sanjay-ji. To jump off where Sanjay-ji just what he spoke about with regard to further demos and anything else you'd like to write to us, I'd just like to reiterate and invite every single one of you, all 100+ people who've joined in right from the beginning, to everyone who's here right now. I would love, on behalf of the entire Modern Algos team, to invite you to use the Modern Algos platform. You have a 5-day free trial. Explore the platform, understand its benefits. As you've already seen, and you would have observed by now that the platform is constantly evolving. Our objective is to make it an absolute go-to choice for every single person who's interested in, through financial discipline, growing their wealth consistently. And that's what the USP or the promise of the Modern Algos platform offers, apart from all the other features and benefits that make it a unique selling proposition in this space. As you would all have seen, the platform is driven by the philosophy that an investor can also be an option trader, right? And Modern Algos allows you to do all of this on a single platform. It also solves the problem, very importantly, of not knowing when to begin the investment or trading journeys, because we've created and curated specific products for investors, traders, and option strategists as well. As of the recording of today's session, we have a few more questions. Yes, one suggestion we have here, Sanjay-ji, is that everyone would like access to the link of today's recorded session. Is this something?
Sure, we will do that.
Okay, and we have one more question, I think, before signing off. Can we take this, Sanjay-ji?
Yes, this Bank Nifty question, right?
Yes, exactly.
Bank Nifty automatic time-based can entry possible. I mean, morning 9:15, market opening time slot based automatically can trade. ATM Bank Nifty. I would like to have a detailed discussion on that because it's not something which can be answered immediately. What is his mindset? Why somebody wants to do that, and how the strike selection should happen? All of that we need to understand. But I would say one thing to this question, that we are building few other features in option segment where all of these will be possible. So before that, I would like you to use the existing features so that you'll also get to know like what we are providing currently and what are your needs. And then we have a call with you that if your needs are into our pipeline or not, or we can take your suggestion. Either ways.
Thank you. Rajuji, hope that Sanjay has been able to effectively communicate and answer your question. And if there's anything further that needs to be discussed, it can happen one-on-one. And to extend what we were speaking before the questions, before the last two questions came up, please do explore the platform. If there's anything that you'd like to reach out to us for, as Sanjay was mentioning, you can write to us on support@modernalgos.com. And to also reiterate, once you go onto the platform and log in with your B.N.Rathi Securities credentials, you will find 11 videos with detailed tutorials on each section of how to work on the platform or how to use the platform to gain maximum benefit from it. So I encourage all of you on behalf of the Modern Algos team to take a look at those tutorial videos. In case there's anything from that context that you're not able to understand or you'd like to learn more of, write to us on support@modernalgos.com. The link of today's session will be available to you all shortly. Sanjay, where will the link be available for them, for everybody who's here?
Yeah, we'll upload that on our YouTube channel.
Okay, the link will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for joining in.
And Josefa, before we end the session, I'd like to thank Mr. Chetan Rathi, who had allowed us to present to their clients. So thank you very much. And let's hope we have the questions. And once we get the questions from these clients, we would be answering those, and more feedbacks are way ahead. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Thank you,
All
Sanjay
right.
ji, for
Thank you,
your
everyone.
time. Thank you,
Yep.
everyone at B.N.Rathi. It's been wonderful to present to all of you. Have a lovely weekend, and we really look forward to your comments on how you enjoyed using the Modern Algos platform. Take care and bye-bye.
Thank you.